You can control your reality. Absolutely 100% guaranteed you can control your reality. I've been listening to Tony Robbins lately, and he said one sentence that just blew my mind. I've been thinking about it and analyzing this one statement ever since. He said that we are always distorting, deleting, and generalizing in our brain. We're always distorting things that we see. We're absolutely deleting things like they're not even there from what we see. And we're just generalizing. We have too much information coming into our brain at all the time. There's an experiment online, I urge you to look it up, about a gorilla. They asked people to count how many times a basketball was passed back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And during that time, they had this guy in a gorilla suit walk past all these people that were throwing the balls back and forth. Afterwards, they asked the people, did you see the guy in the gorilla suit? And they swore up and down that there was no gorilla at all. But when you played back the video, clearly there's a guy in a gorilla suit going through. But they were so focused on how many times and counting how many times that basketball went back and forth that they completely deleted the gorilla. It was like it never happened. And we are absolutely the same way. We just don't notice things that we're not paying attention to. I've walked past people in Costco, been past them, and they will turn around and say, Michelle, and I'll turn around and I'll be like, oh my gosh, they were within 2 feet of me, but I was not focused on them. You know, in Costco, you're focused on other things, and I didn't even notice them. We easily delete things, distort things, and we generalize things. That's how we go through life. So let's start using that to our advantage. Let's start distorting things. I have a video about revision, how you can revise the past and change the past, change the way you think about it right now. Distort it, delete it, and generalize it, change it so that right now you feel different about it. It's all about your perception of things. And perception is about you, how you feel about things, how you experienced things, the stories that you tell yourself about the events that happen in your life. That is your perception. But then there's also perspective. If you put things in perspective, it's like walking a mile in somebody else's shoes. It's like looking through a different lens to see what reality is. I'm having an argument with my husband. I have a very different perception of the argument and how it's going and who's winning than my husband would have. If my child happened to be in the room, they would have a completely different perception. The absolute same event, 3 people, 3 different stories to tell about what was important to them. So use that to your advantage when you're thinking of your reality. You can create your own reality by distorting, deleting, and generalizing things. When I was younger, I worked at a bank and we got robbed. And as soon as the police came, they separated everybody. They did not want witnesses, people that were involved, to talk to each other. Because as soon as you talk to people about your experience, it changes it. Every time you tell the story, it changes it. The police wanted to talk to you very quickly before you could change the story in your head. Because you do. Every time you tell a story, every time you think about an event, you change that event. You distort that event. So use that on purpose. We're doing it automatically. We're doing it habitually. Take back control of that and use it to your advantage. We all want to manifest our dream lives. We all want love. We want wealth. We want health. We want all the good things that life, this universe, God has to offer. So use all these things to your advantage. There is no shame in doing that. All of these techniques, these tricks, these hacks, these tips, whatever you want to call them. We've got the law of attraction, the law of assumption, scripting, robotic affirmations, auto-suggestion. Use all of those things together in different times whenever it's appropriate to use that technique. I have a video all about that, how different techniques are appropriate at different times. But while you're thinking of things, change the reality, change your perception. Try to think of things from other people's perspective and change your reality. Change your identity, change your story, and change your reality. Remember to distort, to delete, and to generalize to your advantage so that you can have the dream life that you want. I'll leave a link here to that video on when to use certain techniques. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like and subscribe. It's always a happy dance around here when we get a new subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate it. And go out there, distort, delete, and generalize.